In today's video, y'all, I got a hankering for an orange cake. And I like to do candied oranges when I'm making that cake because it just adds a great sweetness. I mean, it takes an orange cake over the top. So I have peeled 4 oranges, and let's see, I've got a special peeler right here that Kari's mother gave me, Jill Hires, and it is the best peeler. It's for peeling things where you want a real thin skin, and look, it hardly left any pith on it. And I started getting a little deep there, but depending on what size you want them. But I say I peeled these. I really didn't. Teresa did, and she and she did it with a knife. But if you have one of these peelers that are made for thin skin things, look at that. Not one speck of pith on that. Not one speck. See?
Bragging.
I'm bragging. I'm bragging on Jill giving me a great peeler. So let's see if I can get one more little strip out of this without, look at that. It's all the pith that left. Love it. This is gonna be so good on that cake. I don't like where it left so much pith. But anyway, you can store these up in your refrigerator in an airtight container for a couple of weeks and pull them out. You know, this would be good to me in a cup of hot tea.
Oh, yeah.
Or even
With chocolate.
hot iced tea with chocolate.
Almond and chocolate?
Yeah.
Together.
Ding, ding, ding. All right. So I'm going to get my saucepan. And let's see what I want to cook those in. I think maybe it'll fit in this. And we really don't want this to come to a ball. I'm gonna put my water in, and then now it calls for 1.5 cups of sugar, but
Cup. Because half of it's for
yes,
other
the
half.
sprinkle after yeah. So you say that's a cup, Teresa?
Yes, ma'am. 1 cup
And-
and then a half a cup.
Okay, and then I've got a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So we're gonna bring this over the heat and stir that until, you know, the sugar dissolves, and then we're gonna add the orange peelings. Okay, y'all, I can see that my sugar and my salt is now dissolved. So I'm gonna put my orange peels in there. And you don't want this to ball, because if you do, it could get your oranges to turn a little brown, and you don't want them brown. So we just gonna simmer this. In fact, I
Forgot to give you the vanilla.
oh, okay.
Not sure when that goes in, but
I can't remember either. But anyway, I'm gonna watch this and make sure that it does not ball, that it just simmers. 20 minutes. And I got out my rack to drain them on. So we're getting closer and closer to that orange cake. So our orange peels have been simmering for about 20 minutes, and I never let them come to a boil. Now I'm adding a teaspoon of vanilla, and we're gonna let that sit for 10 more minutes. And then we're gonna put them on our rack. There we go. 10 more minutes. Okay, I added my vanilla, and this has been sitting 10 more minutes. So we're gonna come down here, and I got my rack. I put it over the sink so the syrup won't go everywhere. I'm gonna try to put them in a single layer, but I'll probably run out of patience. So we're gonna let this cool, and then we're gonna sprinkle them with the rest of our sugar, and then let them dry, and they'll be ready. All right, tells you just to let those cool enough to start getting tacky. I don't think you want them to dry all the way because the sugar might not stick to them as well. And we definitely want that sugar on. The last time I made these, I think I let them cook a little bit longer because these still have a lot of body to them. So you can play around with it and see, do it the way you like it. Okie doke. We'll get them good and dry. Okay, y'all, so that's it. We're gonna let these dry. And Teresa reminded me the last time that I made these, it took forever for them to dry. So put your patience belt on and let them get totally dry. And use them in your favorite cake recipe or your cookies or in your hot tea. However you want an orange rind. Love and best dishes, y'all. That's gonna sweeten up your dish.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.